ball.
And this is...
Coming soon to a cemetery near you.
What?
Hi, my name is Jude Madelich Hall. Welcome. This is Titles, Talk, and Tipples. My guest today is Mary Stein, the writer of Nothing About This Is Easy, and Here Is Why. Thank you, Mari, for joining me. So what are we drinking today?
We're drinking actually a really pale amber liquid right now. Number one beverage that smells and looks as good as it tastes.
Yes. Yeah, a 12-year-old Scotch.
You can tell it's not rum.
Yeah, it isn't rum. Cheers. Yeah.
I touched up my nails too because they were hideous.
That's great. They match your shirt. And we're both wearing... Is yours a fedora? Is that what that's called?
Well, no.
No.
This is, I forget. This is the Panama hat. The style is called urban. And so you could wear it like this, or you could wear it like this.
Oh, yeah.
And did you know we can roll these things up and put them in a box? You know, you can make this into anything. Like basically, I think this way is closer to a trilby, but I don't really know.
Yeah. And that you can roll that hat and not ruin it.
Yeah, you can sit on this hat and not hurt it.
Wow, that's amazing. Not this one. This one would get ruined.
And I am great for sitting things on my hats and sitting me on my hat. I seem to always have like some kind of a little nest thing going on in the corner where I sit.
Mm-hmm.
It's really stupid, and 90% of the time there's a hat there.
Yeah.
You never know, you might need a hat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a little nest. This chair is huge, and so I don't tend to sit all the way back very often. Right. So I have like a sweatshirt behind me. I mean, I'll find my phone back there, a book.
I couldn't believe it. I found my writing today. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, it's great. So you lost a story and you
didn't
couldn't
I
find
told
it.
you that I did have a story to send, and then I told you I didn't?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the story, and it's back. So I
Oh,
have
yay.
an individual story.
Oh, very good. Yeah, losing stuff we've written. I know that's hard on any writer. I mean, it's kind of devastating, you know.
Really is.
Yeah.
And don't you want, well, mine is always my own doing.
Oh, yeah.
Mad at my work, and it's like, well, yeah, this is gone from everywhere.
Hmm.
And my story about the spider, I didn't really write in 1985. I wrote, I don't know, like in 1970.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it wasn't any good.
Oh.
And so I put it in the back of the closet. Around 1985, I found it again.
Oh, that's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do that with everything. I decided, oh, this is terrible. And my solution is always to hide it.
And so you didn't think it was a very good story, but you found it recently and you reread it, and it's a good story.
I did. I did. And the same thing with the reception that I got in writers group about Dan Fulton, Detective Dan Fulton writes a story. I didn't get a good reception, but now I started reading it again. It's actually good.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you find your own work,
Yeah.
and it's been a long enough time that it's almost like you're your own audience. You're not looking at it from a writer anymore. You're looking at it from a reader.
And the only reason that I can understand that my book is even reasonably fluid is that I did when I did the book. I spent between 3 and 5 hours a day, every day for 6 days working on that book. And you do get better.
Oh, yeah. And wait, outro.
Extro, outro, vitro, vitro, contro.
Hey, thanks for watching Bad Juju and J-Bone Presents.
Don't forget to like and subscribe with one of these.
And share. Don't forget share.
And share it with lots and lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Bye. Okay. That's fine.
our story is you're not in the club.
Yes. Ooh,
Yeah,
you are not in the club.
yeah.
Because she was a
And neurotypical, just
neurotypical.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like,
And she looked down her nose at you because of your
Yes.
Asperger's.
yeah, and it's like, just shut up and get away from me. I mean, it's not, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
And it makes me angry.
From her point of view, shut up and get away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
exactly.
I thought you were saying that from your point of
No.
view. No, that's from her point of view.
That really hurts a lot because when you get that look,
Yeah.
you didn't know it was going to be there. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, but yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm gathering from the book and I'm learning about you as I'm reading it. And it's always surprising to you when someone is mean.
Yes.
Yeah. And, I think like it should be surprising to everybody when someone is mean, but it's such a part of, anyone can walk out their door and be mean and it's almost accepted.
Oh, I think so.
It's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that has a great deal to do with tribalism,
Mhm.
which we are tribal.
Sure.
But I don't know why it has to be the Lord of the Flies. And this, in this
Right.
century, there are more and more writers on the spectrum now, and I'm trying to get us together, a group where we can support each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And well, we're partway there.
Yeah.
Because there are always people who are not used to working with people.
Sure. Yeah.
It's, I could do better without you. It's like, that's not a problem. I'm trying to take advantage of you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like we just need to work together.
Right. Oh, and this is another good one. I know that you know this. You have to be careful because someone will steal your work.
Mm.
I could only pray my work is steal worthy.
I don't know. Unless someone steals your stuff word for word, how
Right.
there are ideas floating around and we are lucky if we get to grab onto that idea. Of course, we're always influenced. We're influenced by everything we watch. We're influenced by every single thing we read,
Oh, I know.
But yeah, it's just funny how waves of ideas kind of go through our entire society and similar themes just pop up, and so it's really hard to say what is plagiarism, what is stolen ideas and what isn't, what is just kind of floating in the air waiting for us to grasp.
Here's the deal. If nobody steals my what is more important than world peace with the title
Oh yeah.
and the exact words, we have a problem. If they want to refer to their own situation with that, I'm good with it.
Yeah. Now, I actually, I remember us talking about that one, and then I read it last night, and that's, you're arguing with your reflection in the mirror.
Yeah, my face is totally ungrateful.
Yes. All the money you spent on it. Just wants a facelift. You're like, there's no money for a facelift.
And wants my dog to eat cheaper food.
Yes.
It's the same answer as always. I have thumbs.
And that's what's more important than world peace. World peace is more important than a facelift, right?
Yeah, well, it's not more important than our face, but it's more important than a facelift.
Yes.
No, what you're seeing right here is 74 years of neurosis.
Well, I think you look great. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just like, man, I worked really hard at it. And my mother used to always say, God, you are so vain. It's like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
All right. So how about the quiz?
Yeah.
When the answer I am seeking is near, it feels the same as that moment when the magic eye picture just begins to emerge. The heart slows. There's a space, a tiny space that feels like no other. I do not know what it is, but I know that I like it every time.
And you know what? I wrote that early on when Monk was on TV.
Yes.
I don't remember the title of that,
But that is the section where you talk about Monk, the show Monk, and this is really funny. So my husband and I, we watched Monk years ago, and we're huge fans of that show, and we bought all the DVDs, all the seasons, and we haven't watched it for years, and we just recently started to watch it. And so when I came across this chapter talking about how that show Monk, has some, he has some autistic Asperger's type actions that he does. And so the title of this section is A Fine Eye for Better or Worse. And then that reminds me of his line, it's a gift and a curse.
right. Exactly. And in the shop, because when I'm focusing, when I have the concept, and when I know what they're looking for and I know what I can do, I always do this, and it's embarrassing, but I can't see inside my head without it.
Yeah.
And
I
can't see within my head. I can't see it when I do that.
So, So it's like but I don't know. I don't think it's strange. I think, it's been proven that we have pressure points all over our bodies, right?
Good point, yeah.
And so, I come from a background of yoga. So it's like touch and working with the physical body. So that makes sense that, just this little movement can kind of help you hone in on what
you know what? It also causes people know not to talk when you're doing that.
Yeah.
And but it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
The moment when that happens, it just feels so good.
Yeah. wait, extro, outro.
Extro, outro, vitro, vitro, contro.
Crepe paper? I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
Nothing looks like hair, nothing looks like skin. Nobody has a pore.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We are weird. Humans are weird. It's like,
I mean, I don't even criticize them.
No.
I feel so bad. It wasn't that hard when I was a young woman. You know what I mean? It's like people expected us to look like people.
mm-hmm.
It's really hard now. I'm so
Oh
glad.
gosh. Yeah, there's just so much pressure from so many angles to look a certain way. I remember distinctly, I used to be involved in this group. We met once a month at someone's house. It was a potluck. And we were all business owners and all women. And it was super great for a long time. I think like I was involved with it for about 6 months, and everybody, it was just super great, you know, just local women, business owners, female business owners. And we would get up and basically we were promoting ourselves and getting to know people and eating and drinking together. And one day, it was the last one I went to, actually, was these people got up and you know, I have a yoga studio. At the time I had a yoga studio, and I got up, and when I promoted what I was doing, I was talking about like, this is a place where you can come and be exactly who you are. No expectations, no goals, no burdens of the past, no pressure of the future, you know, just, you know, come, you get on your mat, you're with yourself, you're with your body, everything exactly as it is. No pressure to change it, just be. And that was my spiel, right? And then we ran around this circle, and directly across from me, it came to these people that were these women. And the woman stood up, and the first thing she said, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "What do you hate the most about yourself?" And I just like crumbled. It was just so yucky of like, and it was so weird because like the entire room like was like, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I hate this about and of course everybody had something they hated about themselves the most. And of course it was something physical. And I was just crushed. I was like, and it was just so weird how everybody was like, we were all mellow, we were all happy, we were chatting, we were laughing and joking. And then that happened, and it was like everybody suddenly turned on themselves. And everyone, you know, oh, I hate the wrinkles here, and I hate my saggy here, and I, you know, my bulge here, and the woman, and the other thing that the woman said, she was like, "How old do you think I am?" And you know, it's like, it doesn't matter how much plastic surgery someone has gotten, you can tell how old they are. Absolutely. Because they look like someone of a certain age that has had plastic surgery. And so everybody was like, they were feeding into the game, right? Oh, you look 35. Oh, and I was like, you look 45. You look 50. Right. You know, the one was like 45 and the other one was like 55 or something. And I was like, yeah, you can tell that you're 55. Right. You just look like a plastic doll. Oh, that's exactly. All, you know? And it's just, it's so sad. I feel it's
about in the 50s, plastic. And now we have seriously plastic people.
Seriously, yeah.
And I feel so bad for them, but I mean, they
Yeah.
have to live in their generation, live their life. But if nobody says no,
Yeah.
it's not going to get any better.
Yeah. And so, and I do think like Facebook is weird and as icky as it can be sometimes. I do enjoy all these people standing up and saying, look, this is me unfiltered, and I do this show unfiltered. I do not filter this show, and it's just like, this is me with dark circles under my eyes. This is me with my wrinkles, and I think I love that wave of people coming and saying, this is me in a bathing suit, just it's really cool. I think, and I know it's a small percentage for the most part, because we're all still kind of squirmy about it, right? We're all trying to be real, but there's definitely like this uncomfortable squirminess about it.
Right.
You are a collector of tarot cards.
Exactly. And the art is incredible.
Oh, yeah, the art. So this is a steampunk
This is the
tarot.
set.
That's great. Which one is that? Is that the world? World?
It's the world.
That's great. Yeah.
And you know what? The book that came with it is especially nice. It's not like I happen to mark this. I don't know. But anyhow, this is the Two of Cups.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, a yin yang.
Yeah. And what it
So
said
great.
is, you say chemistry, I say magic.
Mm.
Not allow semantics to destroy this moment.
That's sweet. Oh, I love it.
I do. I do too. And I wasn't really going to send the Three of Swords to people, but I just remembered somebody insulted my husband.
Oh.
And he will be receiving the Three of Swords. And the problem is, because I'm 4'10" and I smile, everybody thinks I'm the magic fairy. That's very...
Surprise, you're that angry redhead. Right? Just because your hair isn't red anymore doesn't mean you're not still the angry redhead.
Exactly.
This is great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun.
Me too. I always have fun with you. That's what Rick says, like that he could hear that I'm enjoying myself.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
You're lovely.
Thank you. And as are you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
And here's the deal. When I die, I'm 74. I want everybody to know that if I said I love you, I mean it.
Yes.
And
Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Give me a big heart. Yeah. I am growling. They cannot hear me, but they know. Surely they know. They should know. I am powerful. They know not to approach me. If they come too close, I will bite them. I will bite them with my teeth. Why won't they leave me alone? I am being still. I will bite them if I must. I am sad. I am scared. I am powerful. I can keep them away with my growling, my silent growling. They know I will bite. I hope they do not make me bite. I hope they keep their distance. I love them. I hope I do not have to bite. I am so sad. I am so lonely. I am so afraid. I am so small. All I have is the silent growl and the teeth.
You might be wondering why I'm here by myself. I don't even know.
Look, Sally, a ship.
Fine, now I can go home and watch television. Popeye, where is everybody?
Ahoy! Any swabs aboard?
Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Blimey, mateys! We've been boarded!
Don't worry, Sally. I can get us back to civilization.
Back to civilization? After all these years? They can't do this to us. I say, we've got to get rid of them.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
Popeye!
You're Okay now, Olive. I'll go steer the ship.
There's something very fishy about this ship.
But Olive, there's no such thing as ghosts.
The blight is gone. It's disappeared, he has.
You did finish cooking with your spinach.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Good evening, children of the night. Let's make some sweet music together. This evening, we have a very sweet story by the late, the great, the wonderful, beautiful, and talented Mary Stein, who left us a couple of years ago, but she also left us with her wonderful book, Nothing About This Is Easy, and here is why. Life Through the Eyes of a Woman on the Autism Spectrum. If you came to Paris to write, you had better write. The French, who are hard for me to read at the best of times, regard me today with hollow eyes. The staff at La Magdalene Hotel are jumpy this morning. They look as though they have seen a ghost. Something is up. What's happening? I asked our breakfast waitress, vowing to shake off the morning's unease. Today we are going back to Montmartre. We enjoyed the trek up the steep and cobbled streets to the Basilica des Sacré-Cœurs at the crest of the hill, and today we want to visit La Botte-aux-Lavoie at number 13 Place Émile Goudot. Picasso's studio was here. At times, many other writers and artists lived there. It is the most famous art studio in the world. It has become a cafe now, so we will sit, enjoy the wine, and feel the history. I am excited, and it will be worth the extra train rides to get there. Henry had his breakfast early and has already gotten our maps. Everything is ready. We make the short walk to the metro station. I strongly prefer taking one train, riding the boat on the Seine, and riding our regular train back. I am afraid in the Paris subway. To get to Montmartre, we need to change trains. There might be another change to go to La Botte-aux-Lavoie. I do not know. I never know. I understand I need to trust Henry. He is never lost. I just don't like the Paris metro at the best of times. Some stations are drab and dark. Maybe that is why there were artists in the subway. Maybe there are militant artists. I need to let this go. Such a beautiful day, Henry said. I can't believe we have been here for 3 months and this is our first trek to La Botte-aux-Lavoie. It's probably because we came to Paris to write, believing that this leap out of our routine would be good for us. Maybe we believed the spirits of writers who came before us would inspire us. For all the writing we've done, we may as well have left our computers at home. But who knows, the spirits of the La Bateau Lauvois may inspire us to find our path back to writing, Henry said. I'm counting on another beautiful day with mon amour Henry and delicious food, nothing more. Here we are. This is the only metro station I can stand, but I know we have to go to another station and change trains. If we're lucky, maybe we'll see the militant artists. What militant artists, Jenny? The ones who are making a statement by beautifying the metro station walls. Some kind of big deal. The hotel staff is jumpy. Everyone at breakfast was jumpy this morning. The train will be here in 2 minutes. Nobody is here. Maybe we get to ride the train alone today. Maybe you'll like it better that way. Not really. I like just enough people to not have to exit the train alone, but not so many that I'm being jostled, I said. I know, but remember we have to change trains to take the little hop to Montmartre. I'm ready for it. I got it. You would think I would be used to the metro by now. Henry, there's nobody in this metro station either. The train is coming, Jenny. We'll be there in no time. Jump on. Just a short ride, right? Yes, next stop. Henry, it didn't stop. We have to get out at the next stop. I hate being lost. Next station we'll get out. Don't worry, said Henry. It's not stopping, Henry. It's just not stopping. It's never going to stop. See, it's okay. It just stopped. The doors are open. We'll get out here. Look, there are people. It is okay. Where are we? Before Henry had a chance to guess, a wall-eyed man came close and said, You are in Père Lachaise Cemetery with us, where you will stay. You came to Paris to write. Did you write? Simone, did they write? No, Jean-Paul, they did not write, but they are lovers like we are. Perhaps we can let them go. I think they will write. Oh, you think we should let them go, do you? I think no. I think all these writers and artists who came to Paris to write, to paint, and have not done any serious work will stay with us forever. They are responsible for their own actions, Simone. Marquis, what do you think? They must stay now. They get to stay in Paris forever. The Marquis de Sade quivered at that idea. Oh, please make them stay. We have so much fun with them. Henry, they are all coming. Oscar Wilde, Jim Morrison, Marcel Proust, all the ghosts, all the dead in this cemetery. We are surrounded. We will never leave. We shouldn't have come. We will never leave. You should have written, said Jean-Paul Sartre. And that was lovely ghost story by the late, great, beautiful Mary Stein. Life through the eyes of a woman on the autism spectrum, called Nothing About This Is Easy, and here is why. Love you, Mari, wherever you are in your fantastic journey. And thank you all for joining me this evening. Dreadful dreams. Hey, thanks for watching Bad Juju and J-Bone Presents.
Don't forget to like and subscribe with one of these.
And share. Don't forget share.
And share it with lots and lots of people. And, yeah.
Bye.
All right.